When the damage graphs come up, you're like, oh, well, you know, I guess K'Sante is actually a damage.
So let's the T1 draft I think is very straightforward. This is a fair card game, Atlas.
Yep, Channing Tatum, absolutely. You didn't watch the most recent Deadpool and Wolverine movie?
I haven't yet.
He played, what's his face? Never mind, we've got a bit of an engage here towards the bottom side of the map. Ruler dashing on in, but Carrier gets himself out of there. We do have the feathers pulled back, but no one's going to get rooted. So I believe this will be a stalemate. Do get the concussive blows onto Owner, who takes a fair bit of damage, but everyone on Gen.G is looking...
We are seeing a bit of a problem developing, though, which is that, as you highlight, like, TF should always be ahead.
Yeah, I don't think you're killing Keen here. Like, the amount of times we saw Keen... okay, he's gone all out, though, as now the Destiny coming towards the top side, and yeah, the Sejuani was here, but she can't save him from that. That is first blood going over to the K'Sante, and now Keen's life is waiting.
Yup.
It's glorious. Well, Destiny is not exactly kind to Doran here towards the top side of the map, as Keen's going all out, Chovy's going all in, and Doran is real dead. That is a kill going over to the Twisted Fate. We were talking about a kill worth of gold. Well, he has that now, as Flash is going to be invested here by Duro to get himself out of the way of the Emperor's Divide, but he's still moving forward. Ruler lit on fire here as Ona comes on over down that portion, as Gen.G 1 kill away from the feats of warfare. And Chovy's getting to work on this turret to the point.
Not again, not again, not again.
He just got back. He doesn't want the dying spree. Not a dying spree, as that's a bit of a drive-by. It doesn't quite work here for Canyon, as Chovy does find a blue card. Not sure about that one, as Doran's going to be able to take down the Skarner, and it's a disaster here for Gen.G as T1 even out the kills and well and truly strike back.
Carry up the hero that Doran needed, making sure that his top laner stays alive after these continued dives. And now, all of a sudden, T1 is winning on multiple sides of the map. They're able to push in bot, bullying Keen off the turret as Chovy.
Yeah, this is a big deal if they can lock down this kill, and they got 3 people here. He wants to deal with the minions that are in position as he flashes away from his turret, and that is going to mean that he's dead. Cute little gold card towards the end there, but not going to be able to get too much. He still has a massive gold lead, but he's now not on the map. And Gen.G kind of falling apart at the seams. We were talking about the feats
of... That's crazy.
Kind of ridiculous.
I think T1 is still going to look for the contest, and look, Faker making his way over.
Yeah, let's see whether the pigeon can find the angle, as the Glacial Prison doesn't quite get there, as now Chovy gets the gold card onto Faker. And now for the rest of the fight, Canyon going down extraordinarily low. There's the jungler out of it. Emperor's Divide, not really finding it, but it pushes them out of the pit as Keen. He's gone all out, but he is, in fact, all out. Double knock up there from Carrier as well. Looking fantastic. Ruler frontlining doesn't want to, as he flashes to get out of the way, and that is Faker on the board with a kill onto Duro that he was looking for before. And Chovy not going to get hit by that grand entrance, but I still think he's in a bit of trouble here as Ruler wanting to try and catch them off guard, as another gold card is locked in. Wildcard's actually hitting all of them there, as somehow it's Faker that managed to just take down Ruler. Chovy will survive, and T1 limp away.
One mid lane turret sieged. Possible setup towards the Drake as well. Now the gold lead firmly in their favor.
And a 4-0-2 Xayah as well. Quick blades.
Remember, individually or poke away. We do see that comp struggle a little bit as Ruler and Chovy tried it. Looking good.
Yeah.
Although Doran might be caught.
This is a really awkward position here as Canyon walks over the ward. They get the information here with the Destiny, as there is the Glacial Fissure, and all the Emperor's Divide by Faker is glorious as they lock down Chovy. They'll also take the Skarner as well, as Gumayusi in a little bit of trouble here as Keen manages to get one back, but it's only onto Doran. And T1 are now chasing down the remaining stragglers of Gen.G, and they do it so well with this composition. There's the culling. It doesn't really do too much of anything at all, as the permafrost not going to connect onto Duro there, but he has to flash to get out of the way. And they'll trade Doran for a whole bunch more here as T1 move to 10-4.
And Gen.G is tenacious, but T1 is getting the better end of them anyway. Faker having big impact on this Azir.
Consistently get control vision in the area. The Otacon,
this is just gone.
Just going down, and Gen.G no real right to head over there. The vision is paramount, and they have none of it. And so Gen.G just going to settle with an outer turret in mid.
Kuma and Carry on the Xayah and Rakan. The team fighting of these two has been incredible.
Look for this as Ona comes on over. They clear out the wave. Concussive blows, and nothing really happens here as That was a cleanse one as T1 just continue this relentless pressure. Chovy has found a lane, but look at this. The poke onto Ruler is just kind of gigantic, and the rest of T1 just continuing to push forward. They'll take down this inner turret very comfortably with 4 members, and Canyon just not quite here in time to try and alleviate anything as Keen comes on over and is trying to defend against Faker's push, but it is unrelenting. Does take a lot of damage here from the Keen Sante as the Emperor's Divide is going to have to be employed. That means that T1 do not have that if there is going to be a bit of a team fight. The Glacial Prison also was thrown out earlier on as Carrier looks for a bit of an angle here, gets the charm onto Chovy. So T1 not really hard committing as it's a fight for a Gromp, guys. There's the Destiny, and okay, Chovy thinks that this is maybe an angle. Shifting Sands does get Faker out of there, and remember, this is 3 items onto Chovy now. Maybe it's an opportunity, but you can see the culling just kind of hitting the air, and now T1, they can back away if they'd like to. Would they like a team fight? That is our question, but without the Emperor's Divide, perhaps they do not want it.
Well, Gen.G is slow playing this. Do have Doran probably looking for a base and immediately TPing back. There's a good amount of flank angles behind them.
Yep, there is a Mega Cone here as well for Chovy if you'd like to utilize it. But
oh, Doran.
Yep, there is the teleport in as Doran diving on top of Keen here as Chovy holding onto this gold card for such a long time. Carrier comes on over, and there is the all out. It is going to be the secure on the Dragon with that unsealed spellbook from Duro as Canyon's just going to drive his way out as best he can. Down goes Doran as Gen.G, they slow down Carrier as well, and I don't think he's long for this world as the Ardent Blaze will be able to tag him, so he's not going to be executing himself just yet. And so Gen.G able to deny the soul and will also find themselves, could you call it a fight? I guess you could call it a fight.
Don't remind me, bro. I don't want to, that's like a whole nother conversation. I don't. But he did teach us that Gromp is important as Gen.G start up Nash.
Yeah, this is what they learned from T1.
Just Nash.
They just start up the Baron. If you got Chovy finding an angle, or did T1 find a Chovy? Chovy kind of knew that this was what was happening. He doesn't have an arm guard, so he's just dead. And now the quickness goes all over the rest of Gen.G. Can they find it? No, they cannot. The Emperor's Divide throws them into the mix. And now, Ona trying to dash his way out. Ruler is doing a decent job, but Gumayusi just getting on in there. My God, he slaughters them. It's a triple kill for the Zyre, and T1 say, well, I guess we'll take a Baron.
Maybe if you have Flash and Zonya's choked.
Area getting that sick cleanse.
Yeah, this game is looking mighty.
How many has it been? Because it was the 2 at MSI.
So it was both at MSI. They didn't face and road to MSI. I think round robin 2 was a 2-0. I think round robin 1 was incredible, but round robin 2 I remember being a bit of a letdown.
Yeah, it wasn't super hard.
Not this one, Atlas.
Not this time around as we move into our first ever round 3. So we get a zoom in on the gold card being collected by the bird that was flapping away. To keep the streak alive.
Yeah, but they've been in interviews and they're like, yeah, we don't really care, we just want to play well.
Yeah, no.
Which maybe a multi-man ult from Canyon, otherwise we go in the game free.
Oh, there's the Destiny to come in there as they found Canyon on the flank. He only gets Ona with the ulti, as now Gumayusi is in a little bit of trouble, but he's got the Featherstorm, he's buying so much time, and the Emperor's Divide to get him out of there as well. Ruler is the one that's down so low as they trade 80 carries, as now Keen dives in, but he cannot pick anyone up, and it's Doran finding his revenge. He'll also get cleansed, everything is fine, and now Chovy and Duro versus the world as the teleport to get Chovy out of there will be interrupted by Ona. As Doran says, yeah, we are going to a game 3 and I'm going to take us there by destroying these Nexus turrets. And he's getting some revenge after being bullied earlier on. These health bars aren't going down as fast as they really wanted to as Chovy flashes out of the grand entrance. And we're just going to zoom in here on Doran booping down this Nexus with his hammer. Gets the gun out there as well just to show that it can transform. That was real cute. There's a demonstration.